Woke up on a Sunday morning to a big trade in Major League Baseball. Phillies acquire Jesus Luzardo, a stud pitcher, for 2 prospects from the Marlins. Let's talk about it, and let's talk about why my team didn't get Jesus Luzardo. So I got this interesting tweet X post from my buddy William that says, who would be the comparable prospects in the Rangers system that the Phillies just sent to the Marlins? William, like me, is thinking, how come we couldn't get Jesus Luzardo? Let's talk about the trade first, and then we'll talk about the Ranger prospect comps. Jesus Luzardo is a stud. 2022 and 2023, he had 50 starts between those 2 years. In 2022, he started 18 games for them at a 3.32 ERA. 32 starts for them in 2023, 3.58 ERA. That's really good. Now, last year he got hurt. His ERA ballooned. He only had 12 starts, so we've got to assume he's coming back from injury, so that takes down his value a little bit, but this is a quality arm that pretty much everybody would have loved to have got. Now, who did they give up? Who did the Phillies give up in exchange? Their number 4 prospect and their number 23 prospect. Their number 4 prospect is the key here. He's a shortstop. His ETA is 2027. He's a good hitting plus fielding shortstop named Starlin Caba. I think it's hard to give a comp on a stronger fielder than a hitter, but he's not going to be a superstar, but he could be a starter. Again, good glove, above average bat, really good glove. That's what they're getting. They're also getting the number 23 prospect from the Phillies system, and that's an outfielder named Amarian Boyd. He's ETA of 2026. He's speed. Good hitter, but this guy's about the speed. You want somebody who can run and fly. Amarian Boyd is your guy. So it's Caba and Boyd, ETA 27 and 26. For Luzardo. Now, again, Marlins aren't going anywhere. They couldn't use Luzardo this year. It made no sense to keep him. So, of course, they're going to try to get some prospect for it. I have no problem with it from that side. And I think the Phillies make a great trade because they're in it for right now. They have some free agents coming off the books after this year. So this year is the year to go. They're losing a pitcher. They're losing Schwarber after 2025, assuming they don't sign them, and they may. But this makes a lot of sense. He's a longer control kind of guy. Luzardo's a good pitcher. It just makes sense. Now, Caba, the number 4 prospect, and Boyd, the 23 prospect from the Phillies to the Marlins, makes me and everybody else wonder, what could we have done to get him? As a Ranger fan, who are our comparable prospects that might have been traded for that? William sent me this X post. My good buddy wanted to know, what are the comps? Who would we have to give up? Well, our comps right now would be number 4, Jack Leiter. Interesting, right? And then number 23 is a guy named Casey Cook. So would Jack Leiter be traded? He might be traded. I like him. He's one of the arms the Rangers have probably in the bullpen this year, but he'll get some spot starts too. I believe he's going to be a starter. I believe he's going to be a good starter, and I think that's probably too much. Leiter and Cook for Luzardo would not make sense to me as a Rangers fan at all. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't trade the number 23 guy, Cook. He's ETA of 2027. He's an outfielder. That's very comparable to the number 23 Boyd that they got, a 2026 ETA. So if we're not going to trade Leiter, though, who we're going to trade? Well, let's look at who we have at the number 3 and the number 5 spot, right? Number 3, it's a guy named Alejandro Rosario. He's a right-handed pitcher, one of the top prospects in the entire organization. He's our number 3 prospect, and his ETA is 2026. So not this year, but next. If you don't want to give him up, their number 5 prospect is a kid named Malcolm Moore. He's a catcher. He's a first-round draft pick. His ETA is not till 2027. So for me, if we were going to make an offer to the Marlins for Luzardo before they traded him, it would have been either Rosario or Moore and the outfielder, Casey Cook, if we knew what they were doing. Those are the comparables. Would I do that? Yeah, I probably would. Luzardo being age 27 year, he's got a couple more arbitration years, I'm sure. Couple years of control of a strong arm is worth a lot for those prospects. So in short, would I do it for Leiter and Cook? No. Would I do it for our number 3 or our number 5 prospect? Yeah. And the 23 prospect? Yeah, I would. So does that make any sense? What do you guys think? Should the Rangers have done that? Should your team have done that? Who do you think won that this trade? I think the Marlins, it's a win for them for sure, because again, they're not going anywhere this year. You got to get some talent. And I think it's a win for sure for the Phillies too. Best kind of trade, right? Win-win, because they get a controllable arm and he will be on the team beyond 2025. That's my analysis of this trade with a little bit of a Ranger spin. What say you? Thanks, William, for the X Post question. I appreciate that. You can follow me over on X at Rangers Fan Jeff if you're not already. If you're watching this on X, you can follow me over on YouTube at Texas Clubhouse. Thanks so much. It's 2 days before Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. I appreciate you guys for watching or following on X. Have the best day ever. Go Rangers.